I didn't think we'd be revisiting this franchise so soon after the last one, but here we are. Hi everybody, Anthony here from Awesome Anthony Productions, and today I'm going to give you my review of the 7th film in the Jurassic Park franchise, Jurassic World, Rebirth. But before we get started, please leave a like, and at the end of the video, if you think I've earned it, please subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss any of my new reviews. Now let's get into it. In Rebirth, Scarlett Johansson stars as Zora Bennett, a no-nonsense mercenary tasked with the most dangerous job on the planet: return to the ruins of the original Jurassic Park Research Center. The island, now one of the few habitable zones for the dinosaurs that's left, nestled along the equator, is home to 3 of the largest prehistoric creatures still alive, and they just so happen to hold the key to a life-saving treatment for heart disease. So yeah, 7 movies in, dinosaurs and pharmaceuticals. That's where we're at. Zora's team is stacked with talent. Mahershala Ali as her battle-hardened second-in-command Duncan Kincaid, Jonathan Bailey as paleontologist Dr. Henry Loomis, bonus points for that name being a nod to Halloween, and Rupert Friend as Martin Krebs, a shady pharmaceutical rep that just screams, "I'm the real villain here," the second that he pops on screen. But the team gets knocked off course when they go to rescue a shipwrecked family. Manuel Garcia Rolfo as Ruben, his youngest daughter Isabella, played by Adriana Miranda, his college-bound eldest daughter Teresa, played by Luna Blaze, and her aggressively useless boyfriend Xavier, played by David Iacono. What starts as a scientific mission quickly turns into a dino survival scramble, with secrets buried on that island that are way more dangerous than anything this franchise has seen before. Now, during this movie, 2 things stuck out to me more than any film in this franchise yet: how absolutely stupid some of these characters can be, and how insanely convenient and contrived the plot can be when it needs to move forward. But I'll circle back to that, so let's just start with what works. I actually really like this premise. Having modern day Earth become inhospitable for the dinosaurs and driving them back to the equator as a tropical zone that they can survive in, that's a pretty clever way to hit the reset button after the events of Dominion, and get things back to what made those first films work. One island, one mission, and a bunch of dinosaurs. And the idea of a team going in to extract DNA for heart disease treatment, honestly, that's just a solid high-stakes reason to throw these people into dino territory. It's just a shame that once we actually get to the island, the story pretty much clocks out for the day. Don't get me wrong, this is still definitely entertaining. The CGI spectacle is all there. But beyond a few clunky lines regarding tragic backstories for Zora and Kincaid, all of the plot just kind of feels like window dressing for the set pieces here. That said, Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali still manage to be cool as hell here. They don't have much to work with on the page, but they carry themselves with enough charisma and screen presence that I enjoyed whenever they were on the screen, even when the story and dialogue were about as thin as single-ply toilet paper. Now let's talk about Rupert Friend's Martin. I mean, come on. He might as well have had corporate scumbag tattooed across his forehead. There's zero nuance to this character. You know exactly what he's about the second that he smiles for the first time. And somehow the movie still tries to act like it's a twist when he ends up being an asshole. Then there's the shipwrecked family, and unfortunately, they don't really add much. Ruben's a nice guy, a divorcee that just wants to keep his family together for one last trip across the ocean. Teresa wants to go to college. Isabella likes candy. That's about it. Oh, and Teresa's boyfriend? You will be rooting for him to get snatched up by a dinosaur at the 30-minute mark. Trust me on that one. And the rest of Kincaid's crew, including Ed Skrein of all people, total cannon fodder. They're here to scream, run, and die a brutal death. But then there's Dr. Henry Loomis, played by Jonathan Bailey. This guy is the absolute standout in this cast here.
Do we have to get a sample from an egg?
I suppose we could try and get it from the parent, but they're a flying carnivore the size of an F-16.
From the moment he shows up, Bailey brings this sense of awe and wonder that this franchise has really been missing since the early days. He's earnest, kind, and feels like someone that actually wants to understand these creatures, not just survive or kill them. He has that Alan Grant energy, the "this is terrifying but also amazing" kind of vibe. I especially love the scene where he first gets approached about the mission. Between the little bit of Bridgerton that I've seen watching over my wife's shoulder, Wicked, and now this, Jonathan Bailey is officially on my must-watch actor list. So, to sum up the characters: paper-thin writing, cool screen presence from Johansson and Ali, an obvious antagonist, a mostly forgettable family of side characters, and one genuinely great performance from Jonathan Bailey that brings some heart to all the dinosaur chaos here. Now let's talk about the actual set pieces, because if there is one thing that this movie definitely gets right, it's giving us some dumb, big popcorn moments. So seeing this one scale things back to a tight, almost B-movie-like structure, much more like the great Jurassic Park 3, yes, I love that movie, I will die on that hill, was honestly refreshing. As much as I would have wished for a more full plot here, the plot being so thin means we get more time with scenes like a Mosasaur and Spinosaurus attack on the team's ship, or Zora and Loomis infiltrating a pterodon nest that's on the side of the mountain in what might be the most suspenseful scene in this movie. It's dumb, it's loud, and it's a hell of a lot of fun. And yeah, we still end up with a big mutated dinosaur chasing everybody at the end, because of course we do. But at least the journey there was entertaining. Yes, Characters do make a lot of stupid decisions, especially when it comes to the family that we spend half the movie with, but it didn't really drag the movie down too much for me. Though one thing involving a candy bar wrapper and invisible 50-foot dinosaurs in a grass field that's only about 3 feet high definitely did. Anyway, there's not a whole lot left to say here. Jurassic World Rebirth isn't great, but it's not terrible either. It's big, dumb fun, held together by a great performance from Jonathan Bailey, some badass moments from Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali, and a few cool action set pieces with beautifully rendered CGI dinosaurs. If you're someone that just wants a little over 2 hours of dinosaur carnage and CGI mayhem, you're gonna enjoy this. If you're like me and you tend to overanalyze every movie you watch, just turn your brain off and try to have a good time. Trust me, it's helpful. And hey, if anything, I'm genuinely curious to see where the franchise goes from here, because this movie has made a shit ton of money. And that's my review of Jurassic World Rebirth. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this review, you know exactly what to do. Please leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss any of my new reviews. While you're at it, you can scroll down the description below, find the links to my socials, leave a comment, let me know if you saw this movie and what you thought. And if you want more of my content, you can click or tap on these cards right here. I'll take you to my review of Mithrigan 2.0 or just over to my channel where you can check out the rest of my reviews. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time for my review of Superman.